Namaste, friends. I'm sure you might have heard World War, right? And especially World War II. During that time, Hitler or could be Nazi, German Nazi were on peak. And during the war, Nazi concentration camps were also known. They did such a bad thing for humanity. Millions of people, especially Jews, 6 to 7 million people, 60 70 lakh people were tortured and they their life was taken. So a book which is written by Viktor Frank, Man's Search for the Meaning. In this book, author himself was prisoner in this Nazis camp. And now this Nazis concentration camp where the people were tortured. He's a basically Austrian psychiatrist. But then he was also caught in this particular concentration camp where Nazi, Hitler's Nazi torture many people. And he has captured the important things. And this book was published in 1946. The beauty of the book is given in such a way that no, this is not a book, is only for information. Such kind of books will help us to think in different directions, which will transform us, right? So transformation is more important. So during this suffering time, he has noticed how the people were behaving in such kind of torturer states. They use gas chambers, they shot the people, they did all kind of torture to the people to make sure that people will die with lot of pain. But during this camp, when the Frank Victor, who is an author of this particular book, Man Search for the Meaning, he shared that when he observed people's freedom were taken out, their comfort were taken out, their dignity was also taken out. But he shared only one thing. He noticed that something extraordinary, those who survive were not only the strongest, but those who had a purpose to hold on it. Basically, he says person should have some meaning. If that person has some meaning, then the person will survive. See, everything can be taken from the man, but except one thing, that is freedom to choose one's attitude, our mindset. Once it is attitude is with you, you can survive in toughest time. That's what the author claims. Even though when the prisoners had no control over the environment, even in human being, we don't have control outside, right? Our environment is not under control, but our inner world, our mindset is still in our control. So that tiny space of choice become the greatest power for the people. Frank found a meaning in a thought of his life also. Basically, he is a person who used to think about his wife. He said he will reunite with his wife. He will hold her hand. During that time, he was not at all aware whether she is alive or not. And that's a fact during that time. But because of this thought process, he had some purpose in his life during this torture time. So he said that hope, the purpose, become the source of the strength. And many prisoners you observe survive because they had something to live for. Some loved one, some unfinished work, or could be responsibility waiting for them. So he developed a therapy is called as logotherapy. Now, based on this idea, human beings are motivated not by the pursuit of pleasure or power, but by the pursuit of meaning. So, meaningful life is more important. And this can be achieved with these three simple options that what author says. One, through the work or the task, something which is valuable, which we create or could be contribute. So, contribution or could be sharing. Second, through the love one's the relationship, or could be deep connections, or could be love with the people, or could be appreciation from the person, or could be something which is memorable that can help the person to live. Or could be third, through our attitude towards suffering. When we face hardships with courage and dignity, we can definitely find some meaning. So, Frank reminds us that suffering itself is not noble, but the way we respond to it can be. Even in the worst moment, we can choose rise above the challenges, and that can be our pain of purpose. So, suffering is not in our control, but giving a response to that suffering is definitely in our control. That's what author says. So why is sharing that? See, somebody is in today's world where the people are lost their hope or could be their stress. They feel empty. So he has asked us to check what kind of questions you can ask. What is your responsibility? Are you taking any kind of responsibility? What are the challenges you have? Do you feel that you will grow from the challenges? Do you have some talent which can be helped to serve the world? And if you have such kind of answers to these questions, definitely you will find your meaning. So if you find your purpose which is bigger than yourself, if you have love, your people could be deep love, could be your relationships that will help you to guide, and could be remember that even in suffering, you have the power to choose your response. In short, he said, he who has a why to live can bear almost any kind of pain, or could be torture, or could be hardship in a life. So find out what is your why, what is your purpose in a life to stay ahead, move ahead in a life despite having challenges. Hope so you got summary of this particular book. For further detail, please connect me on my WhatsApp 9880537357 and email ganesh_purade@yahoo.com. Let's meet tomorrow for new learning, or could be new book summary, a new story. Till that time, bye for now.